saw the checkered flag. I was quite happy.
Alright guys, Dr. M3 here. We have a new special for you today. It's a Meet the Beast special, and this is probably the most radical beast, let's say, that we've had on the channel. And I'm going to bring the owner here, who's been literally just working on all cylinders, and this is George. Just came back from a couple of laps here on the track. George, tell us what this is and a little bit about your car history. So,
all right. So this is a Radical RXC 600R Turbo. I guess the special thing about it is it's a full carbon fiber body, carbon fiber addict from all of my cars.
All your cars, yes.
I mean, for me, I grew up a rotary fanatic, and that brought me to the GTR world. But all the time, I've admired LMPs.
LMPs,
just the most gorgeous cars. It does things for me looking at the shape and the curves of any LMP, and so Le Mans prototype.
Yeah.
And so I've had the dream of owning one, and there were a few ways to get there. An Ultimate GTR, Radical RXC, an entry-level way such as the Superlight SLC.
Yep.
And really close a couple times to buying one that was incomplete.
Oh.
And finishing it, but sort of accepting that it would end up on the shelf, become a multi-year project.
Yeah.
So had the fortune of seeing one of these in person a number of years ago, right here at Beaver Run, on display.
That white one.
And to see that in person,
you just fell in love then.
It was a transformation, and that set a life goal.
Yep.
That the SLC wouldn't do it, the Ultimate wouldn't do it, and it had to be this car.
Yeah.
And
here it is, literally in the flesh, basically a week old.
Yeah, I wish if you had been there the day that I first saw it, I was quite literally holding back tears. Because there's been a lot of pitfalls and challenges.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to happen. I've wanted to give up many times for many reasons.
Yeah.
And the pictures just don't do it justice. Probably like everything that you film and that you show on your channel.
Yeah.
Your viewers need to see these cars in person. I don't mean this one. I mean all of your cars.
Everything though. Yeah. So the interesting thing too here is George is pretty modest here. He's also running on very little sleep here, but George happens to have a GTR that it's still the record, right? It's still
a stock location.
Stock location. Record. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that one's in the area of 2,500 horsepower. It's run in 720s in the quarter mile. 199 at this barrier at 200. But when that all comes together, we're hoping to see some bigger things. When I got out of this today, I said this is my sideways GTR because it's the same sensation only for 20 minutes.
Yes. So you got a chance to actually take this out for the first time today on the track, and I can't imagine the experience that's been, like you said, it's been one of those lifelong sort of dreams, and here it is in person. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, guys, but I'm going to bring Nathan here in, who's from the factory. Nathan maybe is going to give you a little bit more of a history and background on the car. And then we'll do a little walk around. So Nathan, tell us a little bit about this. Tell us what the car is. You heard what George said, and what was the inspiration of it?
It's kind of, as you can see, the LMP design. It's sort of designed around an LMP car, but in sort of spirit, it's a GT3 car.
Yeah.
So it's a GT3 with an LMP design.
Okay. And tell us a little bit more, specific in terms of stats on the car, and a little bit about the engine and that sort of stuff.
So we buy it in from Ford.
Yeah.
It's a 3.5 litre twin turbo.
Okay.
We bring it into the factory, strip it completely
down, all the way back down.
Yeah.
Break it down completely. And then what do you guys do?
We put a few pistons, rods, just for reliability.
You don't give me your secret. You don't have to give us your secret sauce. But bottom line is, you basically rebuild the engine from the ground up. And now it's producing, what are the statistics on the engine?
650.
650, and generally ballpark and torque and so on? You're going to tell me Newton meters instead of...
I can't remember off the top of my head the number.
Okay.
It's a very, because of the turbos, it's a very flat torque. So
excellent.
Lower RPMs, it's always...
Okay. And top speed, you told me earlier based on gearing, but it's
geared for the track, so probably top out of 180.
180.
It would carry on. So
this is an amazing car. So how long have they been making radicals?
Well, the company started in '96.
Yeah.
First of all, so they started making sort of lightweight sports cars like this one over here.
Sure.
That's probably the most popular car that we've ever built, the SR3 over there. And then originally built this as a race car, and then some crazy person thought it would be a good idea to make it a road car as well. So I think that's how it came about.
It's pretty amazing. And this car is just, so I'm going to have George come back in here. Thank you, Nathan, appreciate it. George, this has been, he's tired, but he's all smiles about this. You're just looking at ear to ear, and how could you not be? This thing is just, so give me your initial impression from being behind the wheel a few hours ago was the first time with this car on the track.
Yeah, so my track experience started in RX-7s.
Yes.
Which in their day, in the 90s, we thought were great.
Yeah.
We talked about the turn-in feel and the balance and all of these things. Bringing one of those, a 25-year-old RX-7 to a PDE.
Yes.
Is not the same experience today when your field of contenders are modern cars.
Yeah.
So briefly, I'd taken the GTR and had it more suited for circuit use. Brake upgrades. I think it was around 900 horsepower at that time.
Yeah.
And it was the most fun I'd had in a car.
Yeah.
I think at that moment in my life, and but when you compare a beast of a 4,000-pound car, and you come down to perhaps we have to weigh this yet. Its title is 2,200, but I suspect it could be as high as 2,400.
Yeah.
I don't know the impact of the carbon.
Yeah. Which
total weight.
would reduce it the weight more, right?
Yeah.
Compared to the stock ones.
But essentially, it does exactly what you want to do.
Yeah.
And even if it's wrong, it still makes you look phenomenal.
Yeah.
And but it does let you know, that an input could have been better.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the feedback is really great. The car's really balanced.
Yeah.
Didn't want to get out.
Yeah.
But it was my first time on the full.
On the full track.
So we had the North Circuit only. I can't even tell you how many years the full circuit's been open.
Yeah.
And so first session, first day in this car.
Yes.
First time ever on the complete circuit, and I think the best lap there was 145. So I was, and obviously it has much more bring in the ringer, and I'm not the ringer. But I see a huge room for my improvement. And but just thrilled. I mean, I was just grinning under that helmet. That's where you needed to have the camera. It's just amazing. If you think you've come into a turn, approaching a turn from a straightaway, braking a little too late, you haven't. I believe there's probably double the brakes yet available.
Really?
Coming to a turn, it feels a little hot. Oh no, that's actually what it liked. And the next lap, you can carry that momentum. And I noticed the gears as the session went on. I noticed I was now in third gear. As Nathan said about the torque being flat. Big difference for me too, even over the GTR.
Over the GTR, because
like there were turns where I maybe was stuck in third, and like I should have popped it down to second, and climb right up the hill, and
it's just there. It's linear. It's amazing. Well, listen, we'll probably see this car on the channel a lot more in the future, but I have to say, congratulations! It is just so awesome to kind of see this in person, and I agree with you. I mean, I saw it a few years, and you just look at this thing, and just like. That is just unbelievable, and just to see it here. So congratulations again. Nate, thank you so much for coming out with George and sharing the experience, and more to come. What else can we say? Okay guys, we're gonna end it here. Go ahead, and if you haven't seen the rest of the Meet the Beast, go ahead and click the link above. That's actually a playlist that has all the cars in the Meet the Beast, and we'll see you in the next video. That is amazing.